they're all quite dark. I was obviously having a bad month. I was on Facebook too much, is what it fucking was. I was on Facebook and I was really depressed at the state of the world. So I wrote some really depressing poems. This is called Children of God. When the children of gods finally ascended and it became clear that they were the best hope we had, we promised them the world and set them to work in call centres and factories and endless cafe chains. That's the wrong version. Hang on. There we go. Wrong version. There's about 10 versions on my iPad. Try again. Children of gods. We greeted the children of gods with operatic indifference, see, now you get to see the thought processes here. This is genius at work, people. You get to fucking see it at work, man. Children of gods. We greeted the children of gods with operatic indifference. Having already slaved to make the world right for some time, we promised the earth as if she was ours to gift and set them to work in call centres and factories and department stores and endless cafe chains. And when they finally began to show promise, we stacked debt onto shoulders already bowed with overwrought expectation, shackled their imagination to the sum total of our experience, then branded them snowflakes. We deconstructed the Earth's soul, reduced her to molecular biology and dollar signs, then set up focus groups to ascertain why they just didn't get the bigger picture. Isolating the most compliant young gods, we modelled them in our own image, set them at giddying heights within the Milky Way as an example of what could be achieved through dedication and application, then medicated their suffocating anxiety, devised cognitive therapy to cope with the vomit and hysteria. As the children of gods grew into our ways, we peddled them stacks of blood bricks and stale education at overinflated prices. And those who balked were fed into sinkhole estates or prisons, and we told them to consume less. Urged them to buy more, graded the children of gods by skin colour or ancestral land grabs, then lectured them on being shallow and lacking in empathy. As we condemned their racism, bigotry, sexism and aggressive homophobia, we wrung our white hands and that they did not care for the environment we had systematically disconnected them from. When they persisted in demonstrating no gratitude for the oceans of plastic and mountains of crap that made up their inheritance, we poisoned the air in their minds, blasted the old gods into gravel drives, stripped the world of the forest stories, ripped the language of magic from their mouths, so that the children of gods no longer recognised their reflection in cloud formations and lakes, only knew themselves in the echo chamber of our online shops. We complained when they denied the earth's beauty and wept genuine tears of frustration that they just did not seem to care about anything. Finally, we declared their lack of interest in recycling our ideas and excrement unexplainable laziness, and when we had moulded enough of the children of gods into almost what we envisaged, we died. It's still quite dark, isn't it?